Chosen one, if you're watching this message right now, it's no accident. God has guided you here to this very moment because a divine message is unfolding for you. Today is the boundary line. Either you step into the eternal promise, or you let slip away the inheritance God ordained for you before the foundations of the world. This is not an ordinary day, not just another sunrise that comes and goes without weight. This is a hinge in your destiny, a moment carefully written in heaven's scrolls long before your name was ever spoken on earth. Today is the turning point, and heaven has summoned your attention because everything prepared for years is now pressing into your life. You may have walked through seasons that felt silent, carrying prayers whispered into the night, tears shed when no one saw, and questions buried deep within your soul. But heaven did not overlook you. Every cry was recorded, every plea stored in the heart of God. What felt forgotten was in fact preserved for this very hour. The angel assigned to your life has gone ahead of you, guarding, preparing, opening pathways you cannot yet see. They tremble now, not in fear, but with the urgency of heaven, because if you treat this as ordinary, you risk missing the door God has opened for you. Revelation 3-8 declares, "Behold, I have set before you an open door that no one can shut." That door is open today. It cannot be closed by man. It cannot be stolen by darkness. The only danger is your hesitation, your unbelief, your failure to recognize the weight of this moment. Chosen one, this is your hour. Do not shrink back. Do not dismiss this as a coincidence. Heaven is moving, the Spirit is stirring, and the hand of God is upon you. Step forward, for today marks the beginning of the story you were always meant to walk in. Chosen one, understand this. You are standing at a divine crossroads. What feels like another day on the calendar is in truth a sacred appointment written by God before you were born. This is the moment where everything shifts, not because of chance, not because of human design, but because the Lord Himself has ordained it. In heaven's timeline, there are days that carry eternity's weight, and today is one of them. For years, you have been moving through what seemed like wilderness seasons, times when nothing appeared to change. You questioned whether God still remembered you, whether His promises had somehow slipped beyond reach. Yet those years were not wasted. They were years of shaping, of refining, of preparing the vessel. Just as Israel wandered 40 years before stepping into the Promised Land, your wandering has not been aimless, it has been purposeful. God has been teaching you to depend on Him, to hear His voice in the silence, to endure when answers seem delayed. All of it was preparation for the very threshold you now stand upon. The angel assigned to you knows the significance of this hour. That is why they press with such urgency. They have seen what lies ahead, opportunities you cannot imagine, alignments that will alter your course, doors that no enemy can shut. They are not sent to frighten you, but to awaken you, to ensure that your spirit does not slumber when destiny knocks. Chosen one, seal this moment of destiny. Comment boldly, 777. Today I walk through the open door God set before me. Every 777 is a prophetic seal, declaring heaven's decree over your life. Write it now, claim it, and step into the story written for you from the beginning. The Apostle Paul wrote, "We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Romans 8:28. Nothing in your past has been wasted. Every delay, every heartbreak, every closed door has been woven into a tapestry that is only now revealing its design. What seemed like detours were in fact the straight path God chose to bring you to this exact moment. Chosen one, you are not here by accident. You are here because the time has come. The years of hiddenness are giving way to unveiling. The season of testing is giving way to release. You stand now at the pivot point of your life story. Heaven has declared, the preparation is complete, and the hour to step forward is now. Chosen one, hear this clearly. Not a single prayer you have ever prayed has been wasted. Not a single tear has fallen from your eyes without being caught in the hands of heaven. Every sigh, every groan, every whisper you thought disappeared into silence has been recorded in the eternal books. You may have believed that your cries were too small for God to notice, but in truth, they became incense rising before His throne. Heaven remembers, and today heaven answers. Think back to the countless nights you lay awake, staring at the ceiling, whispering, "Lord, are you listening?" Those moments were not empty. In those very hours, the Spirit of God Himself interceded for you, carrying your burdens before the Father with groans too deep for words. When you felt abandoned, when you thought your prayers hit a wall and fell back lifeless, in reality, they were being gathered, preserved for a day such as this. Today, that stored-up cry has reached its fullness. Today, the sound of your weeping has turned into the sound of heaven's response. Remember Hannah, the woman who prayed for a son in the temple while others mocked her. Even the priest misunderstood her desperation, thinking she was drunk. Yet God heard her anguish, and her tears gave birth to Samuel, a prophet, who would anoint kings and shape Israel's destiny. Beloved, your hidden cries are no less powerful. They have been preparing the ground for something far beyond what you asked. Your prayers have not been wasted breath. They have been seeds planted in the unseen, watered by your tears, waiting for the right season to burst forth. Psalm 56:8 declares, "You have kept count of my tossings, put my tears in your bottle. Are they not in your book?" This is not poetry. It is heavenly reality. Every restless night, every cry of pain, every unanswered question has been stored as evidence in God's book. And now the judge of all the earth is ready to render his verdict. Your tears are about to be poured back into your life as blessings, your hidden petitions unveiled in tangible answers. As C.S. Lewis wrote in The Problem of Pain, "God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks in our consciences, but shouts in our pains. It is his megaphone to rouse a deaf world." This profound insight reveals the purpose behind your tears and silent prayers. The pains of waiting and hidden cries were not signs of divine neglect, but God's megaphone, shouting to awaken your spirit and prepare you for the fullness of his answers, turning your deepest sorrows into the catalyst for heaven's response. Chosen one, what you thought was silence was never neglect. It was a strategy. The delays you despised were the very soil where endurance and faith grew strong. The closed doors that broke your heart were divine protections. The waiting that felt unbearable was heaven's way of ensuring that when the answer came, it would not slip through your fingers. Now, the season of waiting is closing, and the season of fulfillment is breaking open. Chosen one, rejoice. For the prayers you whispered in the shadows are stepping into the light. The tears you shed in secret are becoming rivers of joy. And the God who saw it all now says, "It is time." Chosen one, what you have called a coincidence has never been a coincidence at all. Every detail of your journey has been carefully arranged, even when it looked like chaos. The conversations that seemed casual, the people who entered your life for a brief season, the unexpected turns that pulled you away from what you thought you wanted, all of these have been threads in a larger design. You may not have seen the pattern, but heaven has been weaving it from the beginning. Your angel has been working quietly in places you did not know existed, walking ahead of you to prepare environments you have not yet stepped into. While you wrestled with uncertainty, they were shifting circumstances so that when the time arrived, everything would be aligned. Some opportunities were allowed to slip through your hands, not because you were unworthy, but because they would have pulled you off course. Some relationships were released from your life, not because you failed, but because they no longer matched the destiny you are walking into. What looked like loss was often preservation. Think of the moments you called a delay. You believed nothing was happening, yet behind the curtain an entire stage was being set. While you grew restless, doors were being built that would open at the exact moment you were ready. Heaven's orchestration is rarely visible in the moment, but when it reveals itself, you will see how perfectly every piece fits. The timing, the connections, the opportunities, they will arrive with such clarity that you will know they were never random. Chosen one, the path ahead has already been prepared. Certain hearts have already been softened before you meet them. Certain conversations have already been written before you speak them. Even the obstacles that appear in the coming days will serve only to redirect you into the exact place you are meant to stand. Nothing is wasted, nothing is accidental, and nothing can block what has been appointed. As C.S. Lewis reflected in letters to Malcolm, chiefly on prayer, "We may ignore, but we can nowhere evade, the presence of God. the world is crowded with him. He walks everywhere incognito. This truth underscores the hidden orchestration of your journey. What seemed like chaos or coincidence was God's presence moving incognito, weaving every detail into a divine pattern, ensuring that no thread is wasted and every alignment serves his eternal purpose. This is why heaven moves with urgency. The orchestration is reaching its unveiling. You are about to step into moments where you will look back and realize the struggles, the detours, even the heartbreaks were essential parts of the design. The doors you thought were shut forever will swing open, and you will see with your own eyes that every step has been guided. Chosen one, trust the unseen hand that has never left your side. The arrangement is complete, the path is clear, and soon what was hidden will stand before you in undeniable form. What is approaching your life is not simply a blessing, it is a transformation. You will not only receive something new, you will become someone new. The person who steps into the season ahead will not be the same person who carried the weight of waiting, who endured the long nights of silence, or who wept in hidden places. What is about to unfold will reshape the way you see yourself, the way you move through the world, and the way others recognize the mark of heaven upon you. This transformation will not be shallow or temporary. It will touch the deepest parts of your identity. Where you once doubted, faith will rise. Where you once feared, courage will stand. Where you once felt broken, healing will flow. Old labels that others put on you, and even the ones you placed on yourself, will fall away as irrelevant, because they cannot define the person you are becoming. You will no longer be bound by the failures of your past, or the limitations of your surroundings. You will carry a new strength, quiet yet undeniable, birthed from the fire you endured, and the hand of God that has carried you. 2 Corinthians 5:17 affirms this truth. If anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away, behold, the new has come. This is not a poetic idea, it is your reality. The old version of you, the one who questioned, doubted, and felt unseen, is being exchanged for the one heaven has been shaping in silence. That new creation is rising now. Chosen one, this transformation will ripple into every area of your life. Relationships will shift. Some will be drawn closer to you because they see the light of your renewal, while others will naturally fade away, no longer able to walk where you are going. Opportunities will appear that once felt far beyond reach, because now your capacity to carry them has been expanded. Even your sense of purpose will deepen. Dreams you buried long ago will come alive again, not as fragile hopes, but as living realities. And as this happens, those who see you will wonder what changed. They will not understand that it was not just circumstance, but the breath of heaven itself that transformed you. They will notice the softness in your heart, the strength in your spirit, the clarity in your vision. They will see a life touched, reshaped, and redefined by divine promise. Chosen one, embrace this moment. You are not merely stepping into blessing, you are stepping into transformation. The new creation is already stirring within you, and soon the world will see what heaven has always known. You were never meant to remain the same. Chosen one, as the new season unfolds, you will begin to notice signs that cannot be ignored. These will not be random coincidences, but clear confirmations that heaven is moving on your behalf. At first, they may appear subtle. A conversation that happens at just the right moment, a door opening that you thought had long been sealed, or an unexpected encounter that awakens something deep within you. These moments will carry a weight that words cannot explain, and your spirit will know they are not ordinary. You may meet people who seem like strangers, yet their presence will feel familiar, as though your soul has recognized them long before your eyes ever did. When this happens, do not dismiss it. These are divine alignments, placed in your path with precision. Some of these connections will carry answers to prayers you have prayed for years. Others will carry keys that unlock doors you could not open on your own. Every one of them is intentional. In the days ahead, you will feel an unusual clarity when making decisions. Choices that once caused confusion will suddenly feel simple, because the spirit within you will nudge you toward the right path. Pay attention to those nudges. Do not brush them aside as fleeting thoughts. They are part of the orchestration you have been prepared for. Heaven has already arranged the pieces. and these inner promptings are the confirmations that guide you through the unfolding plan. Chosen one, there will also be moments when certain people or opportunities leave your life. Do not mistake this as a loss or rejection. When heaven removes something, it is always to protect and redirect. If a door closes, it is because a greater one is about to open. If a relationship fades, it is because your path is elevating, and not everyone can follow where you are going. These changes are themselves signs, reminders that destiny requires pruning as much as planting. As you look back, you will see how these signs connect, like stones laid across a river, guiding you from one side to the other. Alone, they may seem small, but together they create a clear path forward. Soon, the confirmations will no longer be subtle. They will be undeniable. You will stand in the middle of opportunities you once thought were impossible, and you will recognize that every step was guided. Chosen one, trust these signs. They are not meant to confuse you, but to awaken you. They are heaven's way of ensuring you do not miss the moment prepared for you. Watch closely, walk carefully, and be ready, for each sign will lead you closer to the fulfillment of what has always been yours. Chosen one, everything you have endured, every delay, every detour, has been moving you toward an appointed moment. This is not chance, not human calculation, but the unfolding of a time God Himself has set. There are seasons in life when we labor, when we wait, when we feel as though nothing changes, and yet all of it leads to a day when the waiting ends and fulfillment begins. You are approaching such a day. Heaven has marked it, and nothing on earth can alter it. For years, you may have wondered why things did not happen sooner, why doors seemed to remain closed, why opportunities slipped away, why prayers seemed suspended in silence. The answer is not that you were forgotten, but that the time was not yet right. If the blessing had come too early, it might have slipped through your fingers. If the door had opened before its season, it might have crushed you under its weight. But now the preparation has been complete, and what was once withheld is about to be released. Isaiah 60:22 reminds us, "At the right time, I, the Lord, will make it happen." That right time is no longer distant. It is pressing into your reality now. Chosen one, the appointed time is not only about what you will receive, but who you have become. In the waiting, your faith has been forged, your resilience strengthened, your character refined. You are no longer the same person who began the journey years ago. What once would have overwhelmed you will now be carried with strength. What once felt impossible is now within your reach, because heaven has shaped you into someone who can hold it. The promise and the person are meeting in perfect alignment. As this time unfolds, you will notice that things begin to move quickly. Events will align in ways that feel sudden, but they are the result of years of unseen preparation. Relationships will appear, doors will swing open, opportunities will find you, and you will realize that heaven wastes no time once the appointed season arrives. What felt delayed will suddenly accelerate. What seemed impossible will now unfold effortlessly. Chosen one, lift your eyes with expectation. Do not shrink back into fear or doubt, for this is the moment you have been prepared for. The waiting has not been in vain. It was building the strength required for the fulfillment. The appointed time is here, and the one who promised is faithful to bring it to pass. As the appointed time begins to unfold, you will feel changes rising within you that cannot be explained by human logic. It will not be a single dramatic moment, but a gradual unveiling, as if a new version of yourself is stepping forward from the shadows. This transformation is not superficial. It is rooted in the very fabric of who you are. The doubts that once crippled you will lose their power. The fears that once silenced you will fade, and the heaviness that once chained you will break off. You will begin to walk lighter, speak bolder, and carry yourself with a strength you did not realize was possible. Others will notice before you even recognize it fully. They will see the quiet confidence in your eyes, the steadiness in your voice, the calm authority in your presence. Some will marvel at the change, while others may feel unsettled, because the transformation in you will expose what has remained stagnant in them. Do not fear this reaction. Transformation always separates those who are ready to grow from those who wish to remain the same. The renewing process will not only touch your outward expression, but will reshape your inner world. The thoughts that once spiraled into discouragement will now be met with clarity. The patterns of defeat that seemed unbreakable will give way to new habits of strength. Even your emotions, once tossed like waves by uncertainty, will begin to settle into peace. This is not because the circumstances around you suddenly vanish, but because heaven has shifted something inside of you. You are no longer responding as the one who was waiting in weakness, but as the one who has been prepared in strength. Do not underestimate how deeply this transformation will reach. It will affect the way you see opportunities, the way you handle relationships, and the way you carry responsibility. Where once you hesitated, you will act. Where once you were overlooked, you will stand out. Where once you doubted your worth, you will know without question that you carry heaven's imprint. This unfolding is not only for your benefit, it is for those whose lives will be changed through you. Transformation is never meant to stop with the one who receives it. It flows outward, touching everything and everyone connected to your purpose. Chosen one, the personal transformation you are entering is irreversible. You cannot go back to who you were before, because heaven is rewriting your identity. Accept it, embrace it, and walk in it. What once defined you no longer has authority, because a greater truth now speaks over your life. You are becoming the person you were always meant to be. Chosen one, as transformation unfolds within you, the alignments around you will begin to shift. Not every relationship that has walked with you until now will continue into the new season. This is not punishment, nor rejection, but destiny making space for what is necessary. Some people were part of your wilderness journey, but they cannot step with you into the promised place. Others were temporary companions for seasons of pain or learning, but their role in your story is complete. Release them without bitterness, for heaven itself has ordained the separation. At the same time, new connections will appear, seemingly out of nowhere. These people will carry keys, wisdom, and opportunities that match the path you are now walking. Some will speak words that confirm what heaven has already whispered to your spirit. Others will open doors you could never have opened yourself. They will not be ordinary acquaintances. Their presence will carry weight, as though you have known them longer than a single encounter. These alignments are not accidental. They are answers to prayers you prayed long ago, though you may not recognize them immediately. Do not be surprised if tension rises as old relationships begin to fade. Those who cannot understand your growth may try to pull you back into patterns you have already outgrown. Some will misinterpret your transformation as arrogance or distance, but it is not pride, it is purpose. You cannot shrink to fit into spaces that no longer hold your destiny. Stand firm in love, but also in clarity, for you know where heaven is leading you. Chosen one. Alignments are more than friendships or partnerships. They are destiny links. Heaven places the right people in the right season, and their presence accelerates what God has already begun in you. At the same time, heaven removes those who would slow you down or distort your vision. Trust this process. It may feel uncomfortable, but pruning always comes before increase. As these alignments unfold, you will notice that your circle may grow smaller but deeper. It is not about the number of voices around you, but the quality of the voices speaking into you. Heaven is refining your environment so that every voice, every influence, every partnership contributes to the fulfillment of your call. Chosen one, do not mourn the loss of what is leaving. Celebrate the arrival of what is coming, for in this season, heaven is not only transforming who you are, but also surrounding you with those who will walk beside you.